But let's bring your attention to the big story still making international headlines. An Iranian missile has hit a hospital in the southern Israeli city of Beersheba, causing serious damage and disrupting medical services. The attack follows an earlier Israeli strike on a nuclear site in Iran as tensions between these two countries continue to escalate. Watching developments for us once again is SABC News correspondent Trent Murray, joining us now from the Israeli capital, Tel Aviv. And Trent, we still learning about what happened in the wake of this strike on this hospital. What are we hearing at this moment about any casualties?
Well, it was just after 7 a.m. That those alerts were sent out. We are being told there was around 30 ballistic missiles fired by the Iranians. Now, air defense was able to intercept a number of them, but seemingly there have been some pretty serious direct impacts from what we are hearing. Right now, we are being told that around 36 people have suffered injuries. 6 of them are serious. There seems to be 3 areas that we are tracking these impacts. 2 of them here in Tel Aviv, one in Ramat Gan and also one in Holon. Now, those are suburbs about 15 minutes from where I am. Certainly, I could hear during that raid several loud explosions. Even the building shook at one stage, seemingly indicating that I think some of those interceptions must have been quite close, sort of sending out that kind of almost a kinetic energy, I guess you can describe it. Rescue crews are on the scene at those 2 sites here in Tel Aviv. It seems apartment buildings once again were struck here in the city, but it is also down in the south of Israel, as you mentioned, where it seems to be quite a serious situation. The Soroka Hospital in Beersheba being hit. Now, for some context, that is the biggest hospital in southern Israel. What we are hearing is that the building itself took a direct hit. The emergency ward has been closed there. People that have been injured in the city are being asked to go elsewhere, given the hospital itself is a situation that is in quite a serious one. And so right now we know that it's just a very serious situation, and the Israelis are saying that Iran will pay a very heavy price for this latest barrage of attacks.
A spokesperson of the Israeli government saying there's been extensive damage to that particular hospital. You've just mentioned to us that it suffered a direct hit. Is there any kind of telling what they mean by that? I mean, for example, is this hospital still able to provide any services?
Well, right now they are telling patients not to come to the hospital based on the situation. So I think certainly there's an open question around just what services they can provide. We are being told that the area where the missile hit was the surgical ward of the hospital. Now, reportedly, it was evacuated just yesterday because of the war situation. And so they are saying that many lives were actually saved by that decision yesterday to evacuate patients to a more secure part of the building. But certainly the images that I am seeing show that there is very significant damage there, large plumes of smoke and fires from that missile strike, and emergency crews from bigger cities other than Beersheba are making their way down there in order, I think, to try and see if they can get the hospital back up and running again, and also, of course, to try and provide support to the patients that would have been there already sick or injured.
This, of course, is coming at a critical time. We've heard from Donald Trump, and it seems there are sirens going off there, Trent. I wonder if this has anything to do with what you and I are speaking about. But Donald Trump yesterday, kind of kicking for touch. I'm not sure what you make of his comments about whether or not he will, in fact, the United States, back Israel's campaign in this war.
Well, it's very interesting, I think, from the White House, because there's just been such an extraordinary shift in tone, hasn't there? I mean, last week, the president was still talking about maybe sitting down with the Iranians and negotiating a deal, and now he's openly calling for them to completely surrender. I think many people here and across the Middle East are just guessing what is going to happen next. Perhaps that's a bit of Trump's strategic ambiguity. Perhaps he wants to keep everyone guessing. But what we do know is that the Americans seem to be moving military assets into this region. I mean, dozens of refueling aircraft have arrived in the past 24 hours. Those are the types of aircraft that you use to refuel fighter jets in the sky as part of an air campaign. We also know Navy ships and an additional carrier strike group is moving here. So I guess there is a question around what the Americans are going to do. Are they preparing to join the Israelis? We don't know. But what we can say fairly confidently is at least they are putting the resources into place to allow the president to make that decision if he wants to, and especially at short notice.
Absolutely. Once again, our hearts just really go out to the civilians, innocent bystanders caught in the crossfire, so to speak. Trent Murray's live to us from the Israeli capital. For now, thanks very much indeed. It's a story, of course, we'll keep watching for you. As you can see, the developments keep changing, sometimes by the minute. As soon as any other detail is confirmed, catch it here on the SABC News channel. We'll be right back.